Highway 401 East today. We're heading out of Toronto. Everybody changing lanes to get one vehicle ahead. That trailer in the left lane there, that camping trailer, is he actually allowed to be there? I don't think he is. I thought it was against the law for any trailer to be in the left lane of a multi-lane highway where there's more than 2 lanes. Somebody might want to put me right on that, but I know in England you're not allowed to drive with a trailer in the lane closest to the median if you're on a multi-lane highway. But here we go. We're heading out of Toronto. We're heading east on the 401. It's going to free up soon at this point. Major congestion. It's always busy like this. No getting away from it. But as soon as you're out of the city, you can get on your way. Here we're on a 4-lane piece. And I've done this video today just to highlight the amount of people that have no clue what lane discipline means. We're passing the van. The right-hand lane there exits. That happens quite a lot on Canadian highways. The right lane exits, and I think that's what prompts people not to use the right-hand lane when they should. The right-hand lane is a driving lane. It's not the slow lane. It's a driving lane. It's lane 1, and every other lane is a passing lane that you should only be using when you're passing. You've got this Jeep behind us, got the vehicle in front right now. I'm going to move into the right-hand lane because it's absolutely free. It's empty. As far as the eye can see, there's nothing there. And yet that Jeep behind stays in that lane 2. The guy we're just passing on the right stays in lane 2. The one in front of us stays in lane 2. Yet there is nothing whatsoever ahead of us on the road. Why do they do that? What are you thinking when you're driving along at lesser speed than the guy you're supposed to be overtaking? I'm sure the problems are caused. A lot of the problems are caused, and definitely I've seen it with the congestion, that people driving in that middle lane are the ones that are causing the problems because they are driving slower and nothing really wants to pass either way. The road here expands out into 4 lanes, and again, I move to the right because it's the right lane to be in. Yeah, everybody around us just stays in that lane that they were fixed in. It like becomes, oh, this is my lane, so I'm going to stay here because it's my lane. Well, do you know what? I'm okay with that because I can drive along in that right-hand lane sometimes for miles and miles and miles and not have to slow down at all and be going way faster than those in the passing lanes. And here's another example: everybody traveling at the same speed, and then lane 2 and 3 slow down, whereas lane 1 just keeps going. It's crazy. As we move out of the city, it definitely gets more free flowing. We're on 4 lanes at this point here, and it's flowing pretty well. And I don't really have a huge issue with that when it's congested and people can't move over. But look at this, we've got a van driver there. He's just sitting in that left-hand lane. He's going slightly faster than the one in front, so we'll give him his dues on this one. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one, that as soon as he's past these vehicles, he will move back to the right because there's faster cars behind. Look behind us. There's lots of vehicles there that are ready to be getting going, and yet we've got vehicles in lane 2 and lane 3 which are going exactly the same speed as those in lane 1. I can probably move back into lane 1 now, past this van on the right-hand side, but I'm not going to because I want to highlight this truck who's now in lane 4 of 5 lanes. What the hell is he doing out there? Yeah, he's on a restrictor. He's doing 100 kilometers an hour, but everybody around him's going faster, and he just sits there oblivious as to what's going on. Again, look at all the behind, and a lot of that is caused because of that truck in lane 4. When you now look ahead, it's completely free and open, oblivious to what's going on. We'll move to the right because that's the right lane. Right lane, that's what it's called. And yet, still we have one in lane 2 and one in lane 5, which is going slower. Why do they do that? What is that all about? This guy in the van, probably a professional driver. He probably drives like that all day long. A little bit further up the road, happens again. Van's still out there. Look in the review. He still sits out there. This video is going to go on quite a long time, and towards the end we will come across a black Durango. Just check him out. Amazing what he does. Meanwhile, we're just going to highlight that the sheer volume of people that do not drive anywhere close to correct. Lovely open road. I'm happy now. Nobody's going to piss me off because there's nothing in front, and we can just charge along in the right lane because that's the right lane. All the time I've got in my rear view mirror those two out there are really not going any quicker, that really should tuck in behind. Give yourself a distance, would be okay. Just passed another one, and we move back to the right hand side. We're now going to have a car come back past us in lane 3. Why is he in lane 3? Lane 2's empty. You want to go quicker? I'm okay with that, but get into lane 2 where you should be. Getting a little bit more busy now. We've just had the Highway 407 join, so we're up into 5-6 lanes at this point. And but still, lane 1 is the lane you should be driving in if it's free and if it's safe to do so. When it gets busy, I've said it so many times that, I'm okay with all lanes being filled because that's what happens when it's busy. And, while it doesn't look that busy on the video now, it actually it is quite busy. And you know what? I don't want people chopping and changing lanes just for the sake of it. There's more danger in changing lanes than there is staying in your lane. But there's equally more danger in changing lane or not changing lanes when you should do, than sticking in your lane when it's the middle lane for miles and miles and miles. Oh, we've had one behind us. That's good. He's getting the idea of how to drive in the right-hand lane when the right-hand lane is free. The BMW has selected the correct lane to be in. I'm going to bet the only reason he's done that is because he's going to exit the highway. Boom, there he goes. Typical. Absolutely typical. They drive in that friggin' lane 2, lane 3, and then they chop across 3 lanes because they want to exit, rather than driving in the right lane to start with. Does my head in. Really does. Anyhow, the right lane is going to exit here, so we need to be in lane 2 at this point. Markings are clear on the road. Was that a black Durango? Check him out. The one we just passed, he's now in the middle lane. I think that was the black Durango. Yeah? We'll come across him a bit later on. But meanwhile, another 2 vehicles that we're passing on the right-hand side because they haven't got it about them to drive in the correct lane. It just blows me away how these people drive. They get in a lane. They get in a lane and they go, okay, this is my lane. Boom. And that's where they're going to stay. Completely oblivious as to what's going on around them. And you can see here we're almost all driving at the same speed, yet there is the comparison of vehicles in the right lane to those in lane 2 and lane 3 bears no resemblance. 2 and 3 are busy lanes. Got an extra lane coming on our right hand side there. Got to be thinking about using that because it is the right lane. I'm going to bet that's going to be an exit lane. And there it goes. Yeah, so we're okay in lane 2 at this point. I'm okay with that. You're okay with that. We're still on the 401 heading east. Oh, truck's coming. We're in lane 2. Must be passing something. And truck's coming. And he's going to get there. And he wants to get by. And he's not going to go into that left-hand lane. Remember what I said earlier? I'm pretty sure that you're not allowed in that left lane if you've got a trailer. He would have gone there. He definitely would have gone there if he was allowed to, and I just don't think he is. So now look, the one in front, no reason at all, moves to the lane 2. No reason whatsoever. There is completely a gall in front, and yet he moves into lane 2 as I'm getting up towards him. Drives me nuts. Do you get that impression? I hate it. I absolutely hate these people that are driving in lane 2. And that guy there, he was in lane 1. He was where he should be. He was in the right lane. I'm coming faster than him in lane 2, and he just comes across. Oh, pro driver, what's he up to? Oh, never mind, I'll just drive in this lane because that's where I want to be. Speed X, good on you, buddy. No clue. Why is he out there? Why is that truck in the middle lane of a 3-lane highway driving at a speed which is less than everybody else around him? This truck here doing exactly the same speed as the truck behind, and yet he sits in that middle lane. Why? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But we'll move back into the right lane, only to come across another 2 trucks in the middle lane. Why? What are you doing over there? There's nothing behind them, nothing in front of them, and yet the pair of them sit out there. I bet the one behind is getting pissed because he can't get past. He desperately wants that truck in front to move over, yet both of them sit out there. Does my head in. They just sit there. They're still there, still there, still there, still there. And I tell you, you pull in front of a truck in the middle lane and slow down to 90, they get all pissed off because you're going slower than them in the middle lane. I just don't get it. There's that trailer. I told you we'd see that trailer. There he is. Good boy. Got into the right lane because it's the right lane. It's what the lane says. It's the right lane. That's where you should be driving. Looking ahead. Lovely free open road. I can relax now. Whew. We're getting way out of Toronto now. That was the 115 up to Peterborough. So we're in 3 lanes now, and it's free. It's good and open. But look in the rear view. Look in the rear view. 1, 2, 3 of them immediately behind, just sitting in that lane 2. And yet there's absolutely nothing in front to overtake. There's no reason for them to be out there whatsoever. Nothing. Now we've got 2 coming up behind us. I'm okay with that. But look, the one in the middle lane is actually going faster. They're matching, aren't they? Yeah, I think the one in the middle lane is actually going faster than the one in the outside. Yeah, but there's again nothing in front. So as soon as he gets by, he'll be signalling and pulling in, which we're all good with that. There's no issue there. Here he comes by. Let's have the signal. Yep, move to the right. You're giving a very nice safe distance. Where are you going? You've passed me. Now bear in mind there was 2 of them. The other one still beside me. But he's still beside me in lane 3. Oh man. Here we go. Another truck in the middle lane. Way past the truck he's just passed, if indeed he's just passed it. But no, just sits in the middle lane. We're going to go from 3 to 1 because we've got to be in the right lane. That's the lane we're supposed to travel in. And there he look at the distance there is behind that other truck that he's just passed. And this one on the left, just sitting in the middle lane. Truck behind, sitting in the middle lane. Durango, there's the Durango guy. Okay, look at the time. Yeah, what time have we got? 18:17, 15, sort of quarter past 6. And there he is in lane 2. This guy will not come out of that lane for the next 50 miles. It's going to take about, I think it's about 40 minutes before he actually comes out of that lane. You watch this. This is, you can fast forward some of it because all you hear is me talking and complaining about Durango Man. But you watch Durango Man. What is he thinking when he's driving such a distance? Like I say, it's about 50 miles over the next 40 minutes. He just sits in that left-hand lane regardless of what happens around him. Completely regardless of what happens around him. So we passed the truck. We're in that right-hand lane. He'll go off into the distance, and I'm on cruise control. And for whatever reason, we will catch him up again a bit later on. But that's all on another video. We'll follow Durango Man a bit later on. Meanwhile, like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see what I can do about putting some more up soon. Take care, guys.